In 2010, Small Business Saturday was created as a way to aid many small businesses hurting from an economy in recession. Founded by American Express, Small Business Saturday was a way to support the local small businesses that keep our communities strong every day by promoting them on the Saturday after Thanksgiving. Coming up on Polk Place, we'll talk about the event that encourages you to shop small. Make sure you stick around. Welcome to Polk Place. I'm your host, Lauren Lingell. Joining me in studio today, we have Chris-Ann Long, CEO of Maximize Digital Media and the, what would you say, founder of Lakeland Business Leaders?
Founder.
And Catherine Bevilacqua Ely with the Bartow Chamber of Commerce. She's the Member Services Director. Ladies, welcome and thank you for being here today.
Thanks for having us.
I feel like with these signs alone, that there's something very cool that's going on.
The signs are not the coolest thing.
Yeah. No. So this, I'm kind of removed from this type of scene, from the business scene. So tell me a little bit about how you got involved with the local initiative. I mean, obviously American Express underwrote a lot of this, but where do you all come in?
I think my history starts with me starting my own business. And I always share a little bit of my story because my dad had a small business when I was growing up. So his identity was wrapped up in his Hallmark store in Winter Haven. And when I saw the internet kind of starting to impact him and then his identity being kind of taken away from himself for a while when he lost the business, I think that's kind of what fuels my passion for small businesses. And so as a digital marketing agency, my number one focus has been to try to find ways, creative ways, digital ways, to help small businesses get found and have more exposure and visibility and really just be able to show themselves in a better light than not having a website might or other things. So it's like marketing campaigns for small businesses has been my way of trying to help the small guys.
So Catherine, we kind of get an idea of why Chris-Ann's is so passionate about the small business. What about this Shop Small initiative can we say from a chamber perspective?
Of course. So when I started with the chamber earlier this year, Shop Small was something that was very important as an initiative that we wanted to bring forward, having so many small businesses within our membership and within Bartow as a whole. Our small businesses promote the economic vitality and uniqueness of all of our communities, so we wanted to do something to give back to them and help support them and bring business in, and that's part of what Shop Small does on Shop Small Saturday. But it's not just about shopping small on that particular day, it's about shopping small all year long. So by kicking off on Shop Small Saturday with Chris-Ann and our partnership there in Lakeland, we're hoping to promote all year round.
As we were talking before the show, you mentioned that these Shop Small logo and things like that, they're not foreign. We might see them anywhere in Lakeland and anywhere American Express has really extended this initiative too.
Right.
But you take it a step further with what you do.
I watched Small Business Saturday from American Express's perspective, what they were doing, which I think is fantastic. And it's just this universal thing that everybody can do, but what I saw was just a lot of disconnect. So everybody would get their box from American Express, they'd blow up their balloons, but there wasn't really any continuity of the message. If someone showed up on Small Business Saturday, it was just because it was the thing that they were going to do anyway. So what I really wanted to try to do was bring it home, bring Small Business Saturday to Polk County in a way that felt like we were doing something to make a difference and not just relying on American Express to carry the load. I feel like we have to take accountability ourselves and do some things to really make it a meaningful impact.
So really kind of taking this marketing campaign that they have and extending it through personalization for our county.
Yeah.
So what are some of the things that you've done that really kind of engages more merchants and really does that? What really brings it home, like you say?
Last year we thought, how can we do that? So it was really through conversations with my team at Maximize, and the message that I have been trying to convey through the Lakeland business leaders for so long, which is together we can do so much more, and trying to find the right mix of, can we do this for free? Can we not do this for free? There was so much work and labor and resources being required that we thought if we shared the cost among a lot of different businesses who wanted that exposure, who wanted that opportunity, we could really make an impact, and we could really do some really fun things if we had the opportunity to share that expense. And that's where we brought in some marketing opportunities for the businesses to be a part of and participate in. So we created this passport and we ordered some stamps, and each stamp was the equivalent of a $10 purchase. So they would go to any of the participating merchants, they all had a stamp, they'd get those stamps, and then they could enter a contest to win prizes and a $500 cash prize. So it was just trying to bring the digital world to the offline world, the real world, and allow people to connect to the message of, we're shopping small, this is what we're doing, this is why we're doing it, and I just wanted there to be some fun along the way, not just this show up and shop small, but really we're all doing this together.
Right, because I mean, small business owners and you've got that mom and pop feel, where it's like this charming little place, but they may not have all of the digital hubbub.
Right.
But they've got a stamp, and they'll certainly take your money. So.
And just to add to that real quick, so obviously Chris Ann's mentioned that they started this out in Lakeland last year, and the stamp is helping measure the economic impact that we're going to see from that one day. And to toot Chris Ann's horn for what they did in Lakeland last year, they had an estimated impact as high as $40,000 in one day. For I think 44 merchants is what you had. So that's an amazing response to one day of saying, we're going to gather these 44 merchants and we're going to help you promote yourself for Shop Small, and then have over 400 people participate in an impact as high as $40,000 is incredible. So we're hoping to see that grow this year.
So just for clarification, and every time you spend $10 is when a person would get a stamp in their passport. And so you used those stamps to kind of gauge how much money was spent.
Exactly.
Okay. Very interesting.
I struggle with impact. I don't struggle with the conversation. The dialogue is there. Lakeland Business Leaders has over 8,000 people. We're talking about how to promote local businesses, but there's a lot of vanity metrics out there in social media. You can say I have this many likes, you can say I have this many shares or whatever, but really to be able to tell the story of what we're actually doing, I wanted to find a way to have that economic impact be recorded. And that was why the passports were so important to me, because at the end of the day, I could actually say, this is how many people participated, this is how many stamps we accumulated, extrapolate that to all of the people who are involved. Maybe they didn't enter the contest, but they were shopping small and they had their passports. And that was really important to me, to be able to tell the whole story, not just, oh, there's a lot of social media buzz,
right,
but what really did we do?
So that was at least, we have at least
At least that, yes.
But there's obviously a pretty good chance that it was above that.
I would say, yeah.
Fantastic. And so this year's event is going to be a little bit different.
Yes.
So tell me about that.
Well, when Catherine and I met, I had just wrapped up Shop Small Saturday, so it was on my mind, and I think she got connected to it through the social media buzz part. So she saw what was happening. She had just taken on her job over at the Bartow Chamber, and we started to talk about how could we collaborate. And so anyone who knows me knows that I'm really about all of Polk. So I live in Lakeland, I grew up in Winter Haven. I'm a Polk County somewhat native. I moved here when I was 5, so I call myself a native. And I just was thrilled that she wanted to try and bring the Chamber in Bartow together with this message. So we've expanded it from Lakeland. We're reaching into now Polk County, and we're going to incorporate all of the messaging that we're doing now for Shop Small Saturday throughout the year. So any participating merchants and sponsors will kind of be tied into a message until next Shop Small Saturday so that they can have additional exposure, because I really want to hammer home the message this year that it's not just shopping small on Small Business Saturday, it's shopping small throughout the entire year, and that's how we make a difference, and that's how we make an economic impact to our local community.
So the event, it's the Saturday after Thanksgiving, and obviously we're going to shop small this Saturday, but we're going to shop small on the Saturdays following that throughout the year. But this Saturday marks the beginning of this new countywide marketing campaign.
Correct.
So fantastic.
We've had great response in Bartow as well, with the Chamber partnering with Lakeland business leaders. We've also had the opportunity to talk with our local Main Street Bartow and work closely with them as well to help vendors, or merchants I should say, within Main Street participate in this initiative this year too. So they've jumped on board to support this along with us at the Chamber.
So what if a merchant wants to get involved and share a piece of this wonderful marketing and advertising opportunity? What do they need to do?
They can go to Polk, shopsmallpolk.com. There's information about there's two levels. There's a kind of an entry level, and then there's the kind of a complete level. They can pick whatever fits their budget, and they can just fill out the form. They can do it all online. If there are questions, we do have live chat during office hours, so they can live chat with one of my team members to figure out where they fit or how they can get involved. One thing I'm not quite sure what we're going to do that we did last year was we had a place for businesses that weren't a brick and mortar. And so we haven't really finalized that, and that's a question that's going to probably come up a lot. So I think if we have the demand, if we have enough interest in businesses who want to participate, we'll find a solution. But I don't want to create something and then have an empty room for people who might go to a specified place and there not be anybody there. So if we have the demand, I want to encourage people who are not brick and mortars, because I really want this to be an inclusive kind of an event where all businesses can have a piece of that.
And just to clarify, when you say not brick and mortar, you're talking about local internet-based companies? Or are you talking about? Mostly service providers, people who may work from home, people who might be, makers, in the community that don't have a space yet to sell. They're just kind of maybe getting started. So it's a wide gambit of opportunities that just kind of, there's a group of businesses that don't have a marketplace or a space in town.
And sometimes those businesses are ones you'll find a lot at farmers markets and pop-up things like that, because they don't have their storefront. They can't afford that at this time, so they kind of travel around and do the farmers market. So we want to have that option available if people are wanting it. And you can buy into this wonderful marketing initiative starting at $150, right?
$125 is the entry level, and then $250 is the the top level, the complete package.
Well, that's fantastic. So I don't know what we left out. What's left to say besides shop on Small Business Saturday and do it.
Shop small.
There's one thing that we're doing this year that we didn't do last year, and that is we're going to incorporate a Shop Small pledge. And we're going to ask people to basically say, I'm going to pledge to shop small, and I'm also going to pledge to shop small throughout the year. So there'll be an action that people who want to support, what I would love to be able to do is have not a vanity metric, right? So something that we're saying, hey, contribute to this cause by saying you're going to participate, and then we will have numbers to share. Like, this is how many people, next year we'll be able to say this many people signed up and took the pledge. And we're working on some cool, marketing swag that people will get when they opt in to sign the pledge. But it's a way for us to continue the conversation throughout the year. So the pledge is something that we're adding this year that that's the first time I've said it out loud.
Well, then it's happening, because we're rolling.
Yeah.
Well, as long as I get one of those really big, cool paddles, that would probably be an awesome fan. So.
Okay, well, we'll make sure we get you one.
Okay, fantastic. Well, ladies, thank you so much for being here.
Thank you.
I wish you lots and lots of luck, and I wish small businesses lots of luck. So
Thanks. And tell your friends to sign the pledge to shop small.
absolutely.
And Shop Small November 24th.
I'm just all the time.
All
I'm,
these
just,
things.
I'm not even
Do it
walking
all.
in a big building. I'm just like, I don't know. All right. Well, thanks again. Inspired by the work American Express was doing, the Lakeland business leaders decided that they could also celebrate Small Business Saturday in Polk and add in a little extra something and launch shopsmalllakeland.com. The goal was to spread the word locally and bring the community together with some fun, engaging activities and gather some information about the day so that we could tell a better story and what Small Business Saturday actually means to the community in dollars and cents. This year they are expanding it to include Bartow and Polk County. It all happens Saturday, November 24th in Lakeland and Bartow. For more information on participating merchants and sponsorship opportunities, check them out on the web at www.shopsmallpolk.com.